Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this a brand new day. It is raining here in Shelton, Washington. Quite rainy. It was cloudy and not really cold, but getting chillish last night when I went on walkies. I went on walkies kind of early, got back around 9 p.m.-ish. So, and it was, like I say, gray and humidity feeling. It was cloudy, and now it's just raining up a storm outside, so thumbs up on that. Yay! I mean, rain is important, it's good, and these days, at the end of summer, everything is just so dry because we don't have any rain, so it's good. It's a good thing to have. Definitely a thumbs up on that. As a spider report, I'm quite sure there's still spiders about. When I come in, if the spiders back here are still alive in this web/sky mansion back in this area, they are very canny. When I turn on a light and they see me move, they immediately start moving back behind the bookcase. I don't know where they live back behind the bookcase. I don't know what kind of struggle for survival is going on back behind the bookcase. They could be alive back behind the bookcase. They could be not. It's hard to say. So hopefully I'll find out. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Yay! Oh joy. And of course, just to front load things, hey, if you enjoy what you're liking and seeing, if that doesn't even make sense. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, if you could engage with the YouTube algorithms and toss me a like, that would be awesome. Thank you so very much. If you haven't and you'd like to, hey, think about subscribing. That would be cool. Definitely a thumbs up on that. One thing that happened last night that was like, ugh. Well, actually, it was this morning. I started to move. My kitty cat jumped up onto my bed, and she's been doing little love bites lately, and that's bad. In the mid-90s, I got bit by a cat, and that started a 10-plus year struggle with cellulitis because my hand just swelled up like a balloon. And from that point on, anything would give me cellulitis. And the last few times I had it, I almost died. They had to give me strong IV antibiotics one after another just to keep me alive. So I don't want to get cellulitis, but my silly kitty's been biting, and she bit me, and it hurt. It was like a pinprick. So it was like, oh God, she pierced the skin. So I immediately had to turn on the light, get some ointment, put it on there, and it seems to be okay. If it wasn't, I'd know already. But I do not need to go to the hospital. And of course, I want to thank each and every one of my Patreon.com patrons, these beautiful and awesome people that help keep me alive. It's a beautiful and awesome thing. Literally, you're helping to keep a roof over my head, food in my belly, and my pets alive. It is appreciated. And if you could become a beautiful and awesome person, that too would be beautiful and awesome. Thank you so much. And I mean it seriously. I'm alive. Thank you. It's a good thing. So, we have some other stuff. Not a whole lot. I did not get much done yesterday. I did want to talk about this one. Oh my gosh. I have periods where games will lag if I'm trying to record a game video. Where it's just like, I had been recording the latest game, Blood. And not the latest game, Blood, but there was the latest version of the game, Blood, and it's like a 20-plus-year-old game, but they remastered it. Remastered, remixed, whatever the word is, made it more modern, and it's not well optimized for my system, so it lags and stops at points. And Minecraft will occasionally do that, where I'll be playing and it'll stop and then keep going. Those usually turn out okay while recording. You can see it just go stop and lag, and then I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Then it continues and the recording goes on. Well, I was recording the game Rot. It's a retro boomer first-person shooter, and it's really cool. Definitely a good one. Very odd, very strange, and definitely cool because of that. It takes place like in the Ukraine in the 1980s. Some odd event has occurred. But while I was recording, it would have these lag spots. Now, as stated, I've had that happen in other games. Not too bad. Excuse me. So I finished recording and I was frustrated because of all the little lag spots, and then I checked my video files. And the video recording and such of just me was 40 minutes long. And the recording of the game video was 37 minutes long. It wasn't the game lagging. My entire system just stopped for those moments. So there was no way to do anything with it. There were just large spots where recordings were just me like this every time it lagged up with no sound. It was just horrendous. Why it did that? No ideas. But I do know I am having massive problems with the Microsoft anti-malware thing. I'll be doing stuff, and then all of a sudden the anti-malware decides to run and starts using up 30% of all my CPU cycles. So I think it might have been that was getting all lagged and locked up. Very, very frustrating. So if anyone's wondering why I didn't have a game video yesterday, it was because of that. Joyous. On the other hand, I find it easier for myself to do a week's worth of reactions, which for me is, one a day, all at one time. Because I have to be in the mood to do things. My mood is extremely volatile and it affects everything. So I have to be in the mood for things. And after my game video had gotten destroyed, there was no way on God's green earth I was going to be able to record something as a game. I was just so frustrated and upset, but I was still open to do music stuff. I wasn't frustrated about that. So I went through and I actually recorded all of the reactions. One of the things that hopefully people will enjoy is one of my reactions was the first time that I have ever listened to a Billie Eilish song, while at the same time, to my recollection, I mean, with my severe ADHD, I might have reacted to her before or listened to her before and just not been able to remember it. But my first conscious attempt to listen to a Billie Eilish song, which at the same time is also not the first time I have ever listened to a Billie Eilish song. So it was my first exposure while not being my first exposure. And even though it was the first time I'd heard the song I was reacting to, it was not the first time I'd heard the song I was reacting to. So I had a bonus video. So there's going to be 2 reactions on my channel that day. Hopefully there's not going to be a problem copyrights with it. But I looked up some various stuff. There is a mashup artist, DJ Cummerbund, and I love this person's stuff. And this person had taken a Mariah Carey song, All I Want for Christmas, and taken Billie Eilish's song, Bury a Friend, and put those together. So I'd heard the song mashed up into this other song. And if you think All I Want for Christmas and Bury a Friend wouldn't mix, oh, they're perfect together. It is beautiful. Literally art. So, in a week, 6 or some more days, I'm going to be posting those 2 videos on that day. Hopefully there's not going to be any copyright issues, but hokey smokes, yeah. So, I've heard the mashed up modified version of the Billie Eilish song, but never heard the real actual version of the song. Which I do have to say, I do not know if that song is representative of all of her work or all of her work during that period, but I really like the minimalist sound. And talk about minimalist. That was an exceptionally minimalist song, but when you're wearing earphones, thumbs up. Very well done. A good thing. Now let me see what else I wanted to talk about. There is also a video that I do want to make, because I talk in my reaction videos about difficult music, and I think I talked about this yesterday as well, but I'm talking about it again today. because I've got something else to add to that. I want to make this video about difficult music, and I want to talk and have samples from the various types of difficult music, because I've listened to weird stuff a long time. I mean, in the 80s, the Nip Drivers, this punk group that did just a little bit of stuff on studio, I don't know what they did live and all that, they did some stuff, and it's difficult music in that there, as I say, there are many types. You know, some groups will just play poorly on purpose for effect. Some groups will have beats that are amelodic or a rhythm that's amelodic. You know, the tempo itself is not standard. It moves and changes as you're listening to it. They were a group that they knew how to play instruments. They knew how to sing. They played badly and sang badly for each song, and it worked perfectly for each song. So there's that kind of difficult music, and then there's difficult music that's just, that's where the groups are using a sound that you wouldn't particularly use, but they use it, and they use it a lot, or they use a sound that's actually painful, and then they overuse that, stretch out stuff. I need to find examples. The problem is, with my fibro, with my ADHD, with all of the things that have happened, with my rechargeable battery not filling up fully in my life, sometimes it's just plain exhausting to even think about starting. So I'm working on it. I'm hoping to get it done because I want to talk about the different types of disturbing music and all that. I've listened to a lot of stuff where just everything is so amelodic inside of it, and it's beautiful stuff. It's really good. I enjoy that. As I've mentioned, and I'll say it before, most of the stuff that we hear, you know, that is just mainstream stuff is product. It's not designed to stick around. It's just squidges into your ear, slides through your brain, out the other side, leaving room for the next piece of product. If it does leave anything behind, that's a detriment, because you're thinking about that instead of leaving and just waiting for the next piece of product to come through. So anytime you do stop and think about stuff, that's not good. Now there's room for product. Product is fine. I listen to product. You know, we watch product, we listen to product, we taste product, we eat product as food. You know, it's just the simple stuff that's designed to get in and out quickly so that the next piece of product can come by. Difficult music doesn't do that. It's got the rough edges and warts, and it leaves scars and edges and bits of itself behind, so when it's done, you're thinking about it, and you can't stop thinking about it. And I love that. It's good stuff all around. So let me take one. I have wanted to talk about this one. I'm going to do this one real quick. It's something I think about in the bone-hurting juice world. I have mentioned that there is the cosmic horror satyr. Satyr, for its own reasons, their own reasons, has latched onto these people in this world, in this particular universe, and to it and all others, they sort of treat it as kind of a puppy. They really, really like this place. I'm checking myself to see her again. One of the big issues, I've always painted the Church of Satyr as a really, really good thing. There can be a negative, though, and I want to point this as kind of a splinter in the story, because there are people that really want to push forward, but the satyr, the cosmic horror itself, is interested in preserving and finding things from the past so they aren't lost. So the Church of Satyr on this world, its main focus is on finding and preserving knowledge of the past. Not research and development to learn more. Not trying to push things forward to learn more now. Their focus is on the past. Which is not, of course, as all organizations, nothing is completely monolithic. There are organizations within the church that do research and development, but the primary focus is to keep the past alive, to preserve the past. And so that is kind of a problem with the church, especially those that want to keep moving forward. But I just thought I'd mention that real quick, because I'm always still working on my story stuff, and I've been thinking about these things. So yay, a very good thing. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank, well, however many people left me comments. It wasn't 25, I'll tell you that. But that's fine. Any comments at all is a very good thing. Thank you very, very much. It is deeply, deeply appreciated. There is Haley and Laura, which do not feel upset about leaving me comments. I really enjoy comments. I find it difficult to reply to them because of my executive dysfunction and with all my various issues, but I really enjoy reading comments. So thank you, and no fear. Thank you very, very much. And then we have Julie ECHALAR. I do not know how to pronounce the last name, but thank you. And then there is Valeria, greatly appreciated. Blade Liger 87, and thumbs up. Thank you very, very much. We had Lucas Nolasco. I sure hope that's very, very close. Greatly appreciated. And hey, bom dia. And then we have Big T, greatly appreciated. Goodest Boy, thumbs up. We have Inic, INIC, greatly appreciated. There is Tupac, thumbs up. Joseph Collaretta, COLLARETA, thumbs up. CRJ Productions, greatly appreciated. I'm laughing because this next username is very funny. Soggy Nachos, greatly appreciated. We have Saz King, thumbs up. Flora Mew, always good to see you in the comments. And Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Look at that, 14 people, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, greatly appreciated. A very, very good thing indeed. And with my hands in the air, I do not know where the video description is because I do not know what device you're watching this on. But within that video description, there are links to all my channels. If you could check that out, that would be very cool. I also have links to things like my Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com, and if you could become a Patreon.com patron, as mentioned at the beginning of the video, that would be very cool. Like one of these beautiful and awesome people who are literally helping to keep me alive. It is a very, very, very good thing. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. If you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I also have a PayPal link, so if you have any spare cash you could toss my way, I'm desperate. I have no shame. I'll take it. Thank you very, very much. If you'd like to help me out without sending any money at all, I do have an Amazon wish list link where hopefully, I've been able to push through my executive dysfunction and have updated it with cat food and hamster bedding. So here's hoping I've gotten that done today. And of course, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot or simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And of course, if you toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. A definite thumbs up. And of course, I washed down some vitamins and caffeine tablets just before, well, one caffeine tablet, several vitamin tablets, potassium tablets. They're vitamin supplements, but they're just potassium. I washed those down with soda, and so of course now the gas wants to get out. Yay. And of course, seek creativity. You do not need to monetize your passions. Just be creative for its own sake. It's for your sake. Seek positivity. Just being negative all the time, it does hurt you. It's not good. Try your best. If you can't succeed, you made the effort. The journey is the destination. And of course, seek balance in all things. Moderation in everything. Even moderation. So, with the Kofefe bug still raging around the world, especially here in the United States, even though more people are getting vaxxed, thank goodness. But until we've got this more under control, please, if you do not have to go around to others, do not. If you do, wear a mask, maintain your social distancing, try not to touch your face, wash your hands often, get vaxxed if you can, thank you if you have. Get a booster if you can. I need to check on the availability and sign up for one myself. So thumbs up, we can get through this. Just remember, it's not a hoax. It doesn't care about your political affiliation. It is a disease. It just wants to spread. And if you stop living as it spreads, it don't care. It's just a disease. So, with my hands in the air, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is, well, in my book, a very good thing.